So welcome to our morning of practice. It's always a great way to ease into the day or finish up in the evening. And as I said, remember that all of our sessions are recorded, and I send out the link after the fact so that if you miss the class, or if you want to give yourself the opportunity for a little practice in between sessions, you can always do that. So we begin by centering, finding a comfortable way to sit that allows the shoulders to relax down, feet flat on the floor, spine nice and straight, and I'm just going to roll my shoulders a little bit. That's where all of my tension likes to live, in my neck and shoulders. And then let's just make a few circles in the opposite direction. Just checking in with your body, seeing what's going on. And I'm going to circle on my chair. So I'm just going to roll on my hips, letting your upper body be nice and relaxed. And let's go a bit in the opposite direction. And then gradually bringing that to stillness, allowing your eyes to close. And beginning to notice your breath. And just befriending the breath. Noticing how it feels as the breath comes in and the breath goes out. And now is a good time to check in with how you are feeling physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. Noticing who it is that you bring to your practice today. Allowing all of your thoughts to rest comfortably in your breath. Inviting your breath to get a little bit deeper now, moving into the three-part breath. Letting the breath begin deep down in the belly and move upward through your chest to your shoulders. And exhaling from the top down, shoulders, chest, and belly.
I'm wondering if today.
And you can place your hands on your belly just to feel it rise and fall.
What the story is. Thank you. 518-466-7575. Thank you.
So feeling your hands move away as you breathe in. And sink back towards your spine as you breathe out. Each time you notice that your thoughts have wandered away to another moment, gently come back to your breath. Being completely and totally in the present moment. Let's take 3 more complete breaths here. At the end of that third exhale, put that technique to one side. Allow your natural breath to come back and notice how you feel. We'll bring our centering to close and begin the movement part of our practice by bringing hands to prayer position and joining our voices in an Om. Deep breath in. Om Shanti, peace. May we all know peace. So we're going to begin our practice today with sun salutations. And we'll do 3 of those, and we'll do them nice and slow so we can pay attention to each part of the movement. Pressing your palms together to wake up the muscles of your arms. Let's inhale and sweep the arms up. And exhale, reach it back. Breathing it back to mountain now, opening your arms as you fold forward. Palms to the knees, come up halfway, breath in. Exhale and fold. And then inhaling again, raising your arms up. Letting it go as you reach back. Taking the breath into mountain and back to your heart. We'll do that twice more. Breath in. Let it go. Take the breath in and intentionally let every bit of breath go. Fold forward. Palms to the knees, come up halfway. Exhaling and folding. On an inhale, we'll sweep the arms up again. Reaching it back. Taking the breath in and drawing it back to your heart. And this will be the last time. Breath in and out. Notice what's happening in your back, the lower back, your shoulders as you go through the movements. Inhale, come up. Exhale and fold. And then inhaling, sweeping the arms up, gathering in the energy, the breath. Exhale, reaching back. Taking the breath in at mountain and then drawing it back to your heart, where we'll just pause for a breath. So I'm going to breathe my left arm up and begin to sweep it from side to side. So exhaling as you reach across, inhaling as you bring the arm down. So working within your comfort range, whatever that happens to be. You can even let the breath go through your mouth with a sound, like a sigh, to help you release. So this time as I reach over, I'm going to pause. Allow my fingers to reach a little further. Right hand relaxes to the floor. Sitting bones firmly grounded. Opening the side body. Great. So coming up now, I'm just going to let my hand rest on the top of my head and allow the weight of that arm to draw my left ear and left shoulder together. Opening the side of the neck. And breathing. So if you like, you can add some small movements here, just gently rolling your head forward and back. You might notice a place that feels especially tight or tense. Sending the breath where it needs to go. And then inhale, bring your head up, place your palm between your shoulder blades and cradle your elbow with your right hand. Sitting up tall, breathing in, staying with each and every breath. Inhale and exhale, release the arms. Take a moment to notice how you feel. And we'll go to the other side. Right arm sweeps up and over, left arm drops down towards the floor. Just sweeping away the cobwebs. Exhaling as you reach across, inhaling as the arm comes down. So the next time you reach over, let that be a time when you press pause. Notice the opening in the right side body. Both sit bones on the chair. Breath is steady. Breath is prominent. Inhaling as you come up, just gently laying your hand on the top of your head. And we're going to draw the right ear towards the right shoulder. So you're not pulling or tugging on the head, you're just letting the weight of the arm add to the stretch. You can add those forward and back movements if that seems like something your body would like to do. It's just an option. Bringing it up to center now, return the head to neutral. Bring that hand between your shoulder blades. Place your left palm on top of the elbow. Remind yourself to sit up nice and tall. Deep breath in and out. Remember, the deeper the exhale, the more room you'll have for the next in-breath. Let's take one more breath here. Exhale, let it go, and release that arm. Allow it to float down. And just notice how you feel. So we'll move into our seated forward bend, and we take this in stages so that everybody can work at a level that's comfortable and appropriate for them. So the first position for the feet is directly underneath the knees. Take a breath in, and then exhale. Just let your torso melt over the breast. Head is relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. Breath is steady. To release, let's roll up to seated. If you'd like to progress the stretch, you could just move your feet away slightly. The further away you move your feet, the deeper the stretch you'll get in your hamstrings. So remember, work with what's appropriate for you. Take a deep breath in, and again, fold forward, slide your hands down your legs. Neck is relaxed. Sigh out the breath. And the next time you breathe in, let that be a signal to come up. So the final position is to stretch the legs out in front, but there's always a little bit of a bend in the knees. That's really important. So you can stay with the previous position or you can move your legs forward. Breathe in and exhale forward. Be careful you don't slide off your chair. Hands to the floor, or you can actually hold on to the legs of the chair. Breathe in and out. Feel that stretch all the way up the back of your legs. And now let's release that. Inhaling, coming up. Return your feet so they rest under your knees, and take a breath. So let's open the hips a little bit more. I'm going to bend my knee and draw it up. If you need to, you can hold on behind the leg with your yoga tie. I'm just going to interlace my fingers below the knee. Shoulders are relaxed, and I'm going to circle my foot. Nice and slow. And then let's circle in the other direction. Sometimes you get some creaking and crunching in the ankle bone, and that's perfectly fine, as long as it doesn't hurt. So I'm going to add a little challenge move here. I'm going to bring my forehead and my knee together. If that doesn't work for you, just stay with the knee press. Take a breath in, round your spine back, bring your knee and your forehead together. Relax your shoulders. Continue to breathe. And on an inhale, bring it up. Ooh, that was pretty intense. And we're going to go right into the figure four stretch. So, crossing ankles, crossing knees, or letting that right foot rest on top of your left thigh. Take a minute to grow tall in your seat. Gently pressing down on the knee, up on the foot. Feel that deep stretch in the upper outer part of your right hip. And if you still want more intensity, gently lean forward. Again, sighing at the breath whenever you feel tension building up. Letting it go. Let's take one more breath. Exhale it completely. And inhale. Come on up. Uncross. And pause for a couple of breaths. And let's go to the other side. So I'm going to bring up my knee. Again, you can hold on or you can use your yoga tie behind the thigh. Drop your shoulders, sit up straight. And make sure that your right foot is flat on the floor. Let's circle the ankle. Nice and slow. Usually I do my practice barefoot, but it's a little bit chilly this morning. So I'm going to keep my tootsies warm with my socks. So drawing that knee up a little higher if you can, relaxing the shoulders a little more. We're going to do the forehead towards the knee. Remember, this is optional. So if you feel like joining me, round your spine on an exhale. Bring your forehead and your knee together. Make sure your shoulders are not pulling you forward. You want to keep the shoulders sliding down the back body. And let's inhale, release that, and go into the figure four stretch. Crossing ankles, knees, or left foot on top of the right thigh. I always take a minute to reseat myself and get a little bit taller. Press down on the knee, up on the foot, relaxing your shoulders, folding forward if that feels good. I like to give my head a little shake just to remind it to stay relaxed and soft. Breathing deeply in and out of the belly. And on an inhale, let's lift up. Take another breath, uncross. And just take a minute to do a little check-in. How did that feel? So we're going to move into our seated twist, and we're going to do both versions of the twist. And I like to include both versions because one works more on the upper part of your back and spine, and the other version works more on the lower back. So we'll start with the right arm extended. Bring that palm to your left knee, left hand to the side of your chair. So letting your head gently follow along, lining up your chin with the center of your chest. As the breath comes in, your spine gets longer. And as the breath goes out, the shoulder floats back. To add a little more to the twist, you can take the left leg and cross it over the right. Following each breath. Let's take one more breath. And let the exhale bring us around to the front. And we'll do the other version of the twist on this side. So I'm going to bring both of my feet over to the left. So making sure your back is nice and straight. Breathe in and now reach around and take hold of the back of your chair. So I'm holding on low down on the back to keep the shoulders soft. Easy breaths. One more breath here. And then allow the exhale to help you release on that side. So coming around to the front, we'll just take a breath between sides. Again, noticing whatever there is to notice. And we'll go to the second side. So left arm stretches out, palm comes to the right knee, right hand to the side of the chair. And if you like, crossing the right leg over the left. So you always want to make sure that that leg that's, the foot that's on the floor is directly under the knee. There's a tendency to do this. So look down just for a minute and make sure that foot is nice and flat. And then begin to work your twist with the breath. Breathing in, lengthening. Breathing out, rotating the shoulders. Let's take another breath. And return to the front with the exhale. Getting ready for the second version of the twist. Both feet now to the right. Flat on the floor, back nice and straight, shoulders relaxed. Let the next exhale bring your arms around, taking hold of the back of the chair. Sitting up a little taller each time you breathe in. And rotating a little bit more as you breathe out. Let the next in-breath release that twist. Bring yourself all the way around to the front and take a breath. So let's do our seated version of the triangle. So I'm going to separate my feet really wide apart. I'm going to turn my left foot out and my right foot in slightly. Reach that right arm up to the ceiling. Make it as long as you can. Right arm comes to the inside of the leg and we arch. Your gaze can be up or at the horizon or at the floor, whichever feels most friendly for your neck. Don't lose the connection with your breath. Put energy into that right arm to allow it to bring you back up. I'm just going to do a little counter stretch here. And get ready to go to the other side. So right foot turns out, left foot turns in. Left arm reaches up. Take a minute to really put energy, fingertips to shoulders. Reach that finger up and then arch to the side. Left hand rests on the inside. Breathing into the side body. Adjusting your gaze so your neck feels comfortable. Great. Inhale, bring that arm up, and we'll do our little counter stretch. And release. And we'll walk the feet together. So we're going to work on Eagle Pose, Garudasana, and we'll do it twice. We'll do it once seated and once standing. But if you'd like to do it twice seated, that's absolutely fine. Remember, this is your practice. Always do what works best for you. I'm just here as a coach and a cheerleader. So we'll start with the upper body first and we'll warm up a little bit. So let's open our wings, backs of the hands together. And then on an exhale, taking the left arm, sweeping it around the right. Palms together. Now, if this position does not work for you, you can simply cross your arms across your chest or bring your forearms and palms together. So you'll get the opening in the shoulders that way. Inhale, let's lift the elbows. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And one more time, inhale, lift. Deep breath in, exhale, draw it down. And you can also extend your hands forward. This creates a really deep stretch in the shoulders, which may or may not be for you today. Inhale, come up. Let's unwrap our wings and get ready to go to the other side. Right arm reaches around the left. Again, alternate positions for the hands are like this. So inhaling, lifting the elbows, and exhale, pulling down. You're going to be squeezing those upper arm bones together just to engage the shoulders. One more time, lifting and lowering. And then if you like, just gently extending the hands forward. Really, really deep stretch. You're going to feel this right in the front upper part of your shoulders. And bring it back. Open your wings. And give those wings a rest, just for a couple of breaths while we work on the lower body. So I'm going to take my left foot and cross it over my right. So the heel of the left foot is up and the sole of the right foot is down. Take a minute to draw your thighs close together. Give them a squeeze. Always makes you sit up a little taller when you do that. And let's release that and go to the other side. Right foot crosses over the left. Engage the thighs, draw them together. Breathing, sitting up tall, and uncross. So we'll put that all together. Wings and feet. Open your wings. Exhale, sweep the left around the right. Remember your alternative hand positions. Squeeze those upper arm bones together and cross the left foot over the right. So you're drawing your upper arms together, you're squeezing the thighs together, and you're sitting up tall, finding your breath. Good, let's inhale, release the feet. Release the arms and go directly to the second side. Engaging the legs, right over left. Arm bones squeezing together, thighs squeezing together, breath steady. Good. Breathe in, release. Release your wings, float them down, and take a rest. Now we're going to repeat that again. I'm going to stand up and do the pose standing, but you are welcome to stay seated and repeat it in a seated position. So if you're worried about balance, you can always keep one hand on the chair and just use the other arm for the arm movements. Sweep your wings up. Exhale, left wraps around the right. Bend your knees slightly if you're standing and cross your left foot over your right. Squeeze the thighs. Gaze forward. One more breath. Great. Release the foot. Release your wings, and we'll go directly to the other side. Wrapping the right around the left. Bending in the knees, and release the right foot over the left. So you're drawing the elbows down, squeezing the upper arm bones, squeezing the thighs, focusing off into the distance, staying connected with breath. Breathe in, release the feet, release your wings, and let your arms come to rest. I'm just taking a minute to check in with how you're feeling. So we're going to work on some leg extensions and are doing 5 to the front, 5 to the side, and 5 to the back. Remember with these exercises, it's really important to keep your upper body steady. So in other words, when I bring the foot to the front, I'm not rocking back. When I bring it to the side, I'm not rocking towards the chair. It's keeping the body straight. And again, when the foot comes back, not leaning forward. So just paying attention to that. Hands to the hips. One hand on the chair. Knees are soft. And we'll begin with the left leg. So breathing in, lifting. Exhaling and lowering. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And let's go to the side now. So it's a pretty small movement, and that helps to keep the stretch isolated where it needs to be. And let's go back. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And come to rest. Notice all the work that just went on in that leg that was doing the support. A lot of strengthening going on there. Okay. So let's shift our weight to the leg closest to the chair. Keep that knee nice and soft and come into tree pose. So we'll take the knee out to the side, Steady your gaze, steady your breath. And then create your branches with one arm or both. Depends on how much you need the hand for support. Nice steady breath. Keep lifting through your fingers. Press your foot down with each exhale. Spread your toes wide. Good, letting that go. We're going to take that left foot and bring it back for warrior. Adjust your hips so both hips are facing forward and create a little bend in the knee. You can add one arm or both arms and breathe. Feeling strong, feeling powerful, steady with your breath. Let's add a little twist to this. So I'm going to bring my left hand to my left hip, leave the right arm extended, and gently turn to the left. Keep reaching up with that right arm. Keep breathing. Lots of energy here. And let's inhale, rotate back to center. Lower your hand, step your feet together. And let's do a downward dog before we go over to the other side. Oh, sigh out the breath. You can pedal your feet here. So you're lifting and lowering one heel at a time, deep bend in one knee and then shifting over to the other. Shoulders relaxed. And then let's walk back. We'll go to the other side. So we're going to start with our leg lifts. This time we'll be working on the right leg, making sure that the left leg is strong, a little bit of bend in the knee. So 5 to the front. Exhale and lift. And 3. And 4. And 5. And let's go to the side now. 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And to the back. And 2. Feel that all the way up in your glutes. And 3. And 4. You need to jiggle your legs a little bit when you're done. So let's get ready for tree pose. Foot can be on the floor, foot can be up against the thigh, whatever works for you. One hand or two for your branches. Reach up with your fingers, press down into your feet. Fill your whole body with breath. Delicious sensation of just breathing. Just notice the little movements your body is making. That's what the body does. We move because we're breathing, our heart is beating. Great. Lower your hands. And we'll get ready for warrior here. So I'm going to step back with my right foot. Square the hips so they're facing forward and create a little bend in the left knee. You can add your arms if that feels good. Reach for the sky. Press into your feet. Create lots and lots of space in your whole body for breath. Breath in. And with the next exhale, bring that right hand to your right hip. And we're going to rotate to the right. Arm extends upward, feet press into the floor. Breathe in and back to center. Good. Lower your hands, step your feet together. And let's do one more downward facing dog. If you want a deeper stretch, then hands on the back of the chair. You can also put your hands on the seat of the chair and walk your feet away. Again, pedaling the heels for a little extra stretch in the hamstrings. One more deep breath in, and then walk yourself back to your chair. I always like to thank my chair. This is my silent partner in yoga. Never criticizes. Always there when I need it. So let's take a seat. So we'll just take a few minutes to breathe, and I'd like to review with you alternate nostril breathing. Alternate nostril breathing is a great way to balance the two sides of your brain. It's a great way to calm and cool the body. And let's face it, we're living in some very challenging, difficult, stressful times right now. So any tool we can add to our toolbox to help us find that calm is a good thing. So with alternate nostril breathing, I'm going to be using my right hand. I know this looks like my left to you, but it's my right hand. I'm going to be using the thumb and the ring finger. The two fingers in the middle can stay extended, or you can tuck them into your palm. Place your thumb on the right side of your nostril, just above where the nostril flares, and the ring finger goes on the left nostril. So let's release the ring finger, breathe in through the right, lock the nostril, release the thumb, breathe out. Breathe in on the right, release the ring finger, breathe out on the left. In on the left, release the thumb out on the right. Allowing your shoulders and elbows to relax as you go from side to side. And it doesn't matter if you're breathing a little quicker or a little slower than I am. Just whatever rhythm works for your body. And if you lose your place, just begin again. All of your attention focused on breath coming in and breath going out. Let's do just a couple more rounds of this breath. The next time you exhale from the left, allow your hands to release down. Let your eyes remain closed. Taking a moment to check in with how you're feeling. Body, mind, heart, and spirit. Maybe taking a moment of gratitude for the breath, the body, this practice, and sharing this practice with others. Letting your breath get a little deeper and letting yourself stretch, move, sigh, whatever feels appropriate. Oh, the perfect ending for your practice. Bringing your hands back to prayer position. We'll close our time together by joining our voices in the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Om. Om Shanti, peace. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from fear. May all beings be healthy. And may all beings know peace. So I honor you for joining me in practice. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely week. And I will come up